Hi everybody, welcome to Kins Domain 101. As you saw at the very beginning, the inspiration for a Kins domain was brought to you by a series of books called The Ringing Cedars of Russia, and they taught you how to build a Kins domain. And this particular video is brought to you by NorthCal Wood Products, and you're going to see why this video is brought to you by Wood Products in a second. But now that we've finished what I call a complete cycle of creativity, or a cycle of entrepreneurial creativity, we're going to bring you back to the very beginning, way up top, and start at the next cycle of what we're doing out here on the Kins domain, and why NorthCal Wood Products is the sponsor to this video. All right, now we've gone through it in complete cycle with all the websites way up top. If you had the time to look at number 1 through number 14, we've shown you what a Kins domain is. We've shown you how to make money on your Kins domain. And now we're going to show you the next evolution of the Kins domain outside. But first, let me talk a little bit about the corporate structure. My name is Bruce Perlowin. I'm the CEO of 3 companies that are building Kins domains all around America. The first one, we're starting in Dolan Springs to show you a model Kins domain that we have both 500 acres and 4,000 acres on the other side of Highway 93 that we plan to build these Kins domain after this model is completed, so people get a visual of how you actually build a Kins domain, and just as important, how you make money in the Kins domain. So the 3 companies that we're talking about here that I'm the CEO of is This Land Is Your Land, This Land Is My Land, and This Land Was Made for You and Me. Now those are all corporations owned by EcoHarmony Inc. So this is a division of a publicly traded company called Hemp Inc. with the stock trading symbol HEMP. And one of the things we do on the Kins domain are to build and produce and manufacture our hemp products. As you saw in the first cycle of entrepreneurial creativity, we showed you how we make the hemp gemstone candles with a hemp wick and hemp oil. We also talked about making the hemp soap, and we'll demonstrate that probably next week. We also talked about the free-range organic hemp-fed chicken eggs that we're going to have out here. So a couple little changes happened since videos, the first 2 videos way up top. As you start building your Kins domain, you're modify and change things. We didn't modify and change much here, except the pond area. In the first video, this was going to be a tent inside a circular area where we could put a tent inside of a ring of trees, but we've changed that. If you look at the first video, you can see this is now where the pond's going to be, because where we thought the wind came from this direction over here, it does come from this direction, but in the wintertime. In the summertime, like we have now, it comes from this direction. So we want the wind to blow over the water and, you know, cool this entire area down. So we moved the pond over to this area. We're building 2 Kins domains, the front Kins domain, and this is the house down here, which is where we're filming right now, and the back Kins domain, which is this whole section here, which is pretty much nothing but a desert, so we have a clean slate to start from. So what the change was this: we're going to build a very deep pond here. The pond will go under a bridge between the 2 Kins domains. It'll open up into another pond on the back Kins domains. We'll have a meandering little brook here going into another pond area. So this is the other pond area. Another bigger section with a little walkway over that. And then we'll have a meandering brook that goes this way, and it will actually go through the greenhouse, meander through the greenhouse, through the house itself, and we'll probably have a waterfall or just some nice little, you know, area here, back out underneath the greenhouse to a little pond back behind the house. So the water configuration and the ponds at different elevations is the only thing we've really changed so far. Now, I mentioned that this is brought to you by NorthCal Wood Products. Another place you can see that is you pick it, we ship it. NorthCal does something that nobody else in America is doing, nobody. You can go online, you can pick the wood that you want, you can, the size you want, the lattices that you want, the 2x4s, 4x4s, and they will pick it and they will ship it, and it's cheaper than your local lumber store. So, so now we're going to go outside in a second. I'm going to show you this incredible products. And by the way, the wood that they use is all recycled wood. They will not cut down a living tree. They'll take old barges and cut it up. They'll get redwood, giant redwood logs from the forest floor that's been laying there for 50, 80 years. They'll use that. Redwood that's drifted off to the ocean and come back up onto the beaches. They'll use that. Old barns, old ships. So and I said, when I went back up there to see Frank, I said, Frank, this is incredible. You're really green. He says, Bruce, I'm so green, I've got moss growing on me. So, you know, those are the companies that we want to work with. You know, they're totally sustainable. They're utilizing resources that are not cutting living trees. He invented an arm that goes down 200 feet, and he used it in Brazil to get these logs and giant root sections out of the of a river there. What they did, they invented an arm that goes down 200 feet, and he reclaims all these logs that have sunk down to the bottom of this giant lake down in Brazil. And he did that for 2 years. So again, this is all green lumber. So when we talked about KINS certified products, and we showed you in the videos above how we make high quality hemp oil, all natural soy wax, gemstone candles, and certainly the size of those gemstones will thrill anybody. And you can watch that in the earlier videos. Those candles were made on a KINS domains, and they're KINS domain certified. So that means that they're the highest quality artistic products. In this case, you know, it's all hemp, and it's hemp in it, and because that's our stock symbol, HEMP, and that's the name of our public company, Hemp Inc. So we make hemp products. You know, the hemp soap will be made out here. The KINS domain certified seal of approval, so to speak, is also given to NorthCal wood products because they are 100% sustainable and green in their manufacturing facilities, and we like to think that they're going to be the exclusive provider of all wood for the KINS domains, not just because they're green, so green they have moss growing on them. They're recyclable, sustainable, and they're actually, you know, you can pick it and they will ship it. So we've really streamlined the development and the growth of KINS domains at a price cheaper than your local lumber stores, even with shipping. So, and we're going to take you outside and show you what we've done using the NorthCal wood products. So I talked last time about the gardens, the organic gardens, which is part of a KINS domain, and organic herb gardens. And we're out in the desert. We're in Dolan Springs. It's about 10 to 12 degrees cooler out here than in Las Vegas, but it is hot and there's a lot of wind. So we decided to ring these 40-foot gardens with lattice. One, especially the chicken area. This is the chicken area, and we've actually going to ring the entire chicken area, the free-range chicken area, which is all this entire section here. And we have added a bunch of trees for shade. But with the lattice from NorthCal Wood Products, what happens is it keeps the wind down, it gives shade to the chickens, and it protects them from the coyotes. And then we put some chicken fencing 2 feet down so the coyotes can't dig underneath it and get your chickens. Okay, so when we go outside, you'll see this gorgeous lattice that we got from NorthCal Wood Products surrounding all the garden areas and the entire chicken area. Okay, so let's go outside and take a look at what we've done.